Hello and welcome to my tutorial for the Among Us look. So first off, we're gonna need these 10 things. So on the left side over here, I'm gonna be using my makeup eraser to clean my brushes. These two brushes, the first one on the left is like a very tiny, like angled, rounded brush by like an off brand that I can't find online. And the right one is by Glam and it's their #1 brush. And then I'm going to be using my Maybelline Lash Sensational waterproof mascara because it involves a lot of water in this look. I'm going to be using these 5 colors by Glam. They're retro liners. The purple is Gelato, blue is Blue Raspberry, white is Skate Date, green is Key Lime, and black is Disco Fever. And I'm going to be using that little pot of water to activate the liners. First, I'm going to be starting off with the shade Gelato from the Glam liners, and I'm going to be drawing a line above my eye, but not completing the wing. Now next, I'm going to be taking the Imposter drawing, like the one above, and I'm going to be drawing that onto my eye. So I practiced quite a few times to try to figure out like what's the best way to do this, and I found out that it was easier for me to start off by drawing their legs. And then what I basically do is just make an outline of the entire body and then fill it in with the purple Gelato paint. And then after that is when I start doing like the other details. After getting the lower body to a good size, I'm gonna start drawing the top half of it. At this point of their head, they have that little blue bubble, and I'm just gonna leave like an open area for it so I don't have to draw over the purple paint. Once I was done creating the shape I wanted, I just went over with a little bit more paint to fill in like some empty marks where the paint could have like dried up or just didn't look right to me. And then now I'm switching over to the Blue Raspberry shade, and I'm just gonna draw that blue bubble on its head. Now that I'm done with the basic parts, I'm going to be taking their black shade in the shade Disco Fever, and I'm going to be using that to outline the entire body of the imposter. And as I'm doing this, my hand is not a steady hand, so I do make little mess ups and stuff, and I'm pretty sure anybody else would. But if it does get like to a point where it's like really messed up, then we could just go over it with the previous color. Now on the back over here, I make sure to go up at a curved angle to leave some paint left over for the arm shape in the back. Now for the teeth, at first I had thought it would be smart to do the black first and then just draw a little bit of white on top so that it would just fit nicely and perfectly inside of the black, but it ended up being difficult to get that considering the brush is the same brush that I'm using, so it was just going to be the same size of what I'm doing, and I didn't think about that. So here is when I take that white, and then that's when I started realizing that it just wasn't going to look right, but I just had to fill them all in either way. And to fix this mistake, the recording had got messed up and I didn't record everything. Oh, also I used the white on the eye. But for the recording, I basically used that little rounded brush and dipped it in black paint and just stamped it onto my eye around the teeth. So once finishing with the entire body, I just took Gelato again to go ahead and finish the liner and just stick it through the imposter's mouth to make it look like its tongue coming out. And if there's an imposter's tongue coming out to kill somebody, there has to be someone to kill, so that's why I decided to draw a crewmate on my other eye, getting sliced. So I went ahead and drew the bottom legs first. Like I said, that was the easiest part for me to get started on, and then just went ahead and outlined the rest of the body. This body was easier to draw because it was just straight up and rounded, but the other one was harder for me because you had to curve it up and make sure the head didn't look disfigured or something. And then also here I left that opening for the blue bubble. And once you're done outlining everything, you can go ahead and just fill it in with the shade Key Lime. And then once you're done filling it in, I suggest waiting until it's dry so that you can go over with an extra layer of color to make it pop out. After that, I just made sure to draw the little arm in the back. And once again here, I'm going to be taking blue raspberry to draw their little bubble. Once the bubble was dry, I just went ahead and took Skate Date to draw on the little shine. After that the person is done, I'm just going to be taking Gelato and drawing a wing on my eye, but making sure that the wing curves up to the center of their bubble. After I make that curve up, I also draw a line showing that it curves through the Crewmate. Now with Disco Fever, I just went ahead and outlined the rest of the Crewmate. taking that rounded brush dipped in black paint, and I'm just going to be making an X where the liner goes through. Afterwards, I took key lime again on the liner brush to go ahead and fix my mistakes that I made with the black liner. And while I was doing that, I also made more mistakes. And then that rounded brush really came in handy for fixing my mistakes, because you can literally just stamp it on and it just looks so nice when you stamp it on like that, versus my like shaky fingers trying to draw a perfect line. Now I'm just going to be taking Gelato again to go ahead and fix up the liner I did to go through, and just deepening it and darkening it up. Now, I didn't get the footage of me putting on mascara on my other eye, but it's the same one on both, and I'm just using the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara that I have shown in the beginning. And I just make sure to always use waterproof. So after putting on mascara, the whole Among Us look is complete. I hope y'all really enjoy this, as this is like the second most played game that I have right now. As I currently either play Fall Guys or Among Us, and it's funny because they're both like these little squishy people. But yeah, thank you for watching my tutorial. Better be subscribed to my channel if you're watching this, because I get more views than subscribes. But thank you. All right, bye bye.